For all things Halloween. This is Hauntformer, and everyone, we are back with another edition of Horror Week, and today we're going to be talking about The Exorcist, which is the most terrifying movie ever made. And I can definitely agree. I think this movie captures a real-life scenario in a very scary way. As far as beliefs go, I do believe that God exists, and therefore the devil and demons do exist, so of course this movie is very real, and it definitely captures the terror that would happen while going on. I know there's a lot of profanity in this movie, and there's some vulgar scenes in it, but it also captures what would likely actually happen in that scenario. Whether or not it's a true story, which it technically is based sort of off a true story, but it's also its own movie. I think the storyline is pretty interesting. I think the characters are developed rather well, and I think that there is definitely the most notable scene towards the end of this movie where the exorcism actually takes place. Now, I know there is some build-up, like I mentioned with The Shining, but I think this one pays off maybe a little bit better just because it is such a big title. The Exorcist, which is very scary. There are some very scary scenes throughout this movie, and the anticipation build-up is definitely very creepy, and overall, it teaches some good life lessons. Overall, I really enjoyed The Exorcist. It's definitely very scary. It can also teach great lessons for people to learn, but overall, I would say that you would have to be relatively older to see this movie, at least in your teenage years, because kids probably should not be watching The Exorcist. Overall, I'm going to give The Exorcist a 4.5 out of 5 skulls. If you enjoyed this review, make sure to subscribe to my channel and watch the rest of Horror Week and Hauntober here on Hauntformer. And remember, as always, for all things Halloween, this is Hauntformer.